of Blake Hahn. Make up your lineup here in SCE Gaskets Heat Race number 1. 8 times around, set to go to green. Passing points up for grabs for these drivers. The top 30 move on into your qualifiers as we're underway. Out comes the green, and Brandon Hayes going to take off with the race lead. The 21 miles Paul says we've got one upside down. That's Terry McCarl in 4. Terry McCarl taking a vicious ride over in turn number 2. The car landing back upright as right now we wait for word on his condition from safety officials. Still waiting for official word from over in turn number 2, but McCarl and Christian Bowman, those two drivers coming together, and McCarl ending up taking the ride. Safety officials evaluating the condition to Terry McCarl. Right now, we are going to go under open red conditions. Again, open red conditions. Crews will be allowed to come out and tend to their drivers. They can do anything to the car except change a tire. If they change spacers, they must have an official watch to make sure that tire does go back on. As again, right now, the safety crews tending to Terry McCarl, we have not received any official updates. Just getting word over in turn number 2, Terry McCarl has climbed from his machine, taking a little bit of time to do so, but Terry McCarl is out of the car.
Safety guy wants me to start filming them just so they can see, you know. But man, if they learn anything, invariably they need to speed up. And I know they're going as fast as they can.
Okay. With the fire crew, I can race with them here as long as the ambulance is on the property.
They're not taking it, they're walking.
He got out of the car under his own power, but he said he wanted to be transported to be evaluated. Yes, go ahead. Say that one more time, please. Okay, thank you.
Garth Brooks took a stiff hit. So as your field rolls past the flag stand, the caution lights will go dark. Green flag set to fly this time at the exit to number 4. The chalk line down on the racetrack. That is the starting point for these drivers. Front row need to be as even as possible. As soon as they hit that chalk line, it's game on for the field. Brandon Hanks in the 84, the 21 of Miles Paulus. Your field off at turn number 4. Good start, and we're underway. Brandon Hanks again going to take off of the race lead. Look to his inside over the 21 of Miles Paulus with a run this time into turns 3 and 4. Give the advantage to the 21 machine. Brandon Hanks trying back to the outside. He's got it. Brandon Hanks gets a big run to the middle of turns 3 and 4. Reclaims the top spot. Miles Paulus coming after him at 21. The 95 of Matt Covington with the 85 of Forrest Sutherland in 4th. The 52 of Blake Hahn currently running out your top 5 as they come around to complete lap number 2. It is Hanks with Paulus in tow, trailing by a couple of car lengths through turns at 1 and 2. The car getting tight in the right rear, bringing the front tires up in the air. As again, getting very tight in the middle of turns 3 and 4. That time, that allows the 95 of Matt Covington to close several car lengths on him. Covington, the wing in a very neutral position right now, just trying to get that car freed up to roll around the Lake Ozark Speedway as they come around this time to the completion of lap number 4 in the halfway point. It'll be Hanks leading. Paulus still running in second. Matt Covington running in third. A distant fourth to the 85 of Forrest Sutherland. He's got Blake Hahn breathing down his neck right now. Hahn so far not able to get the run to get around him. Then it's the 24C of Lanny Carpenter and the 15 of Christian Bowman right now running at your running order. Hahn in the dirty air into turns 1 and 2. That got the front end light on him, and he bounced it up across the back bumper. The 85 of Forrest Sutherland now turns it down low at the exit of the fourth turn as they come to the twin flags, and 2 laps to go. Hahn now looking to the outside of Forrest Sutherland. Battle for the fourth spot, not able to get it done as your leader takes the white flag one more time around. Final trip around for the 84 of Brandon Hanks. He leads to the back straightway, working to the bottom side of turn number 3. At a turn number 4, he'll grab the win in SCE Gaskets Heat Race number 1. Miles Paulus crossing in second, the 95 of Matt Covington in third. Blake Hahn grabs the 4th spot away from the 85 of Forrest Sutherland. The 24C of Lanny Carpenter crossing in the 6th position with the 15 of Christian Bowman. And the 4X of Terry McCarl unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he gets it done from the front of the field out of Burleson, Tennessee in the Hydra Trek. Hanks Power JR1 chassis, Penske shocks number 84. Won't you give him a hand, Brandon Hanks? Brandon Hanks grabs the win. 18X of Bradley Ryan, the 33 of Austin Allenbaugh, the 76 of Jay Russell, the 24D of Danny Sams, the 38 of Cody Baker, the 3V of Tyler Oots, the 11A of Austin O'Neill, and the 14K of Kyle Bellum as we go to green. And big wheel stand by the 18 off of turn number 2. That's going to cost him dearly. He just about relegated himself all the way to the back of the field as the race lead going to be in the hands of Austin Allenbaugh. Allenbaugh, the 33, will lead. Danny Sams running in second. Jay Russell runs in third. Cody Baker in fourth. And Kyle Bellum right now running at your top 5. Sitting in sixth is the 3V of Oots. Then it will be the 18 of Ryan. Then it will be the 11A of O'Neill rounding out your running order. Kyle Bellum looking for the 4th spot through turns 1 and 2. Wasn't able to get the run in the 38 of Cody Baker as everybody continues to chase the 33 of Austin Allenbaugh. That time Baker with a big bobble over in turns 3 and 4. Costs him 3 spots in the process as Kyle Bellum going to make his way by in the 14, the 3V of Oots, and the 18 of Ryan all making their way by as we come to 4 laps in with 4 laps to go. It continues to be Austin Allenbaugh right now leading by just under a straightaway over the 24 machine of Sams. 2.104 seconds last time at the start-finish line as the 38 of Cody Baker takes it off of the racetrack and down to the infield, done early here in heat race competition. It is Allenbaugh over the 24D as they come to 2 to go. Just shy of 2.5 seconds last time. This time still staying just shy of 2.5, 2.487 seconds separating your top 2 drivers right now as the white flag displayed. One more trip around for the driver out of Higginsville, Missouri. Bradley Ryan now with problems. They work into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The caution lights are going to come on in place of the checkered flag. Yellow is out. Single file this time as they work to the front straightway. They must pass between the cone and the outside retaining wall. Austin Allenbaugh on the gas with a big wheel stand, and we're back underway. Allenbaugh gathers it back up and immediately will dart away from the field. The 24D of Sam still running in second. Jay Russell with Kyle Bellum in tow as they work their turns 3 and 4 to the white flag. One more trip around here in SCE Gaskets Heat Race number 2. Your leader to the back straightaway for the final time. Austin Allenbaugh nice and smooth through turns 3 and 4. He'll see the checkered flag fly this time. Austin Allenbaugh with the win. Danny Sams crossing a second. Jay Russell with Kyle Bellum. The 11A of Austin O'Neill. The 3V of Tyler Oots. The 18X of Nathan Ryan. And the 38 of Cody Baker unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies, Hugh Howard in row 3. Pauline Heiser and Timothy Smith in row 4. Set to go to green. Off into turns 1 and 2. We'll see who makes it out with the race lead. It will be the 24 of Williamson. Williamson had problems in his hot laps. Looks like those problems have been rectified as he will lead the way on lap number 1. The 93 of Taylor Walton running at second now. Under fire from the 37 of Matthew Howard. Howard looks to his inside to the back straightaway, side by side for the runner-up spot. It will be Matthew Howard with the advantage now. Matthew Howard takes over the second position as problems for the 20 of Scott Boguski. Round and round of the outside of turn number 4. He keeps it rolling, but the caution lights are going to come on. Looked like the car was about to come to a rest, but Scott Boguski able to barely keep it going. Nevertheless, he will have to drop to the tail end of the field. Back to the last fully completed lap puts us with 2 laps completed. It'll be the 24 Garrett Williamson at the front of the field. The 37H of Matthew Howard lines up in second. The 93 Taylor Walton in third. The 7B of Ben Brown in fourth. The 9X of Paul Nienheiser in fifth. The 81A of Chris Morgan in sixth. The 86T of Timothy Smith in seventh. And the 28 of Scott Boguski will line up at the tail end of the field. Caution lights go dark as your field rolls to the back straightaway, set to go to green as they round turns 3 and 4, single file, and we're back underway. Garrett Williamson going to take back off of the race lead. The 37H of Matthew Howard running in that second spot. Keep your eye on the battle for third. Here comes the Cam 2 Blue Plus number 9X of Paul Nienheiser. Nienheiser throws the slide through turns 1 and 2, and he's going to grab the third position away from the 93 of Taylor Walton. Walton back to fourth. In fifth, it's going to be Ben Brown. In sixth, the 20 of Scott Boguski. In seventh, it'll be the 81A of Chris Morgan. Then it will be Timothy Smith right now running at your running order, as the race lead continues to be in the hands of Garrett Williamson. He will try to pull away as the battle for second is brewing. The 9X of Nienheiser closing in on the 37H of Matthew Howard. Howard able to get a couple of car links back over him, though, as he'll start to close in a little bit on your race leader. The car getting a little tight on him, though, through turns 3 and 4 as they come to the wave of the white flag. One more trip around the Lake Ozark Speedway. Garrett Williamson to the back straightaway for the final time in this one. He will work around turns 3 and 4. The checkered flag is out, and Williamson will grab the win. Matthew Howard in second, Paul Nienheiser in third. Taylor Walton in fourth. The 7B of Ben Brown, followed by the 81A of Chris Morgan. The telephone company, Capital Materials, Champion Brands, number 35M. Next door to the inside, Jordan Mallett out of Greenbrier, Arkansas. The Water for Christ Awakening Events FK Ron is number 14, and to his right, that'll be Randy Martin. He's out of California, Missouri. Driven the FEP Waterproofing and Foundation Repair, JR1 Chassis, number 14M. Final row to the inside, Tucker Klossmeyer out of Paola, Kansas. The League Belt Excavators, number 27. And your final starter is Evan Martin out of Loma, Missouri. The Heidelberger Foundation, Moss Power, JR1 Chassis, number 4. As we're set to go to green. Off at turn number 4, we're underway. Through turns 1 and 2, your field will hit the back straightaway. A little bit of a bobble by the 47 machine. That's going to cost them a couple of positions now as they work into turns 3 and 4. The 35 of Jonathan Cornell and the 14 of Jordan Mallett, both able to make their way by Tanner Carrick. Carrick gathering it back up now. We'll have the 27 of Tucker Klossmeyer getting chased to the back straightaway as your leader comes around, Tucker Dowdy. Clicks off lap number 2, 1.408 seconds. His advantage right now with the 24N of Nathan Mills. The 35M of Jonathan Cornell still running in that third spot. The 14 of Jordan Mallett in fourth. The 47 of Tanner Carrick in fifth. And it's the 27 of Tucker Klossmeyer in sixth. Randy Martin and Evan Martin right now run at your running order as there are 4 in and 4 to go here in SCE Gaskets Heat Race number 4. So far, Tucker Dowdy laying waste to the field. 2.069 seconds. His advantage right now in 2. Nathan Mills, a distant second with a 35M of Jonathan Cornell. Only trailing by a handful of car lengths. One mistake will bring the Kiowa Line Builder Starline Brass number 35M back into the fold here as we have less than 2 to go. In fact, the white flag set to be displayed this time. One more trip around for the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. Off into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The checkered flag will fly, and the Sunnyvale, Texas driver will get the win. Tucker Downey in 2X. Nathan Mills crossing in second. Jonathan Cornell in third. Jordan Mallett in fourth. And Tanner Carrick unofficially running out your top 5. The 27 of Tucker Klossmeyer, the 14M of Randy Martin, and the 4 of Evan Martin unofficially rounding out your field. Power I Midgets. Heat race number 1, you need to be headed to staging. Power I, heat race number 1, you need to be headed to staging. As we get ready to go to green, your field off of turn number 4. As the caution lights will come on, that start will be called back. So the false start being called on the 1X of Tim Crawley. Again, the starting point is that chalk line. That front row needed to be as even as possible when they get to the chalk, so he will be penalized back to third, and Dustin Barks will be moved to the pole position. Kaylee Garst to his outside. We'll see if we get a clean start this time. 8 trips around in heat race number 5. Good start this time, and Kaylee Garza going to take off with the race lead. In pursuit, the 23 of Seth Bergman as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. Bergman in the tire tracks of the 78 as they complete lap number 1. The 21P of Robbie Price running in the 3rd spot. Tim Crawley trying to his inside right now. The 1X riding in the 4th position. Keep your eye on the battle for the race lead. Bergman able to close right in on Garza, just not able to get the run around him as they'll work around to the front straightaway to complete lap number 2. Robbie Price there trying to challenge, now going to lose some ground on the back straightaway. Bergman with a huge run off of turn number 2. Now looks to the outside of Kaylee Garst. The battle for the race lead. It's Bergman on the outside line. Seth Bergman takes away the top spot. Kaylee Garst falls to second. Robbie Price running in third. Tim Crawley running in fourth as they come around this time to the cross flags with 4 in and 4 to go. Brian Grimes currently running at your top 5 with Dustin Barks, Tyler Blank, and Corey Bales running at your running order. Side by side for the second spot. Now the 21P of Robbie Price forces the issue, dives it down to the bottom of the speedway, and takes it away from the 78 of Garst. He will drop him back to third now. Tim Crawley closing in fourth, trying to contend with the 6 of Brian Grimes, still running at your top 5. As your leader comes around this time to twin flags and 2 to go. It is Seth Bergman leading in 23, the driver out of Snohomish, Washington. He'll come around to take the white flag and one more trip around. The 21P of Robbie Price from 6 up into second in this one. The 78 of Kaylee Garst running in third, but the 1X of Tim Crawley in pursuit as the checkered flag flies. Your race winner is Seth Bergman. Robbie Price crossing in second, Kaylee Garst in third, Tim Crawley in fourth. In fifth, it's going to be Brian Grimes. 6 will go to the 22 of Dustin Barks, the 75 of Tyler Blank, and the 5 of Corey Bales unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, from 4th to 1st in this one out of Snohomish, Washington, the Oil Field Equipment Manufacturing, Court of Electric, Young Tool Company, Triple X chassis number 23. Won't you give him a hand, Seth Bergman? Seth. As the caution lights are down, set to go. Carney and White on your front row. Out comes the green, and John Carney, the second, takes off of the race lead. The 17W of Harley White in tow with the 15H of Sam Hafertepe Jr. right now running in third. Looking to the inside of the 17 as Harley White takes over the top spot. Harley White rolls to the lead. Sam Hafertepe Jr. up into second. Carney turns down to his inside, battling side by side on the back straightaway. Carney's going to retake second as the caution is out. Roger Crockett comes to a stop at the inside of turn number 2. Roger Crockett coming to a rest right to 1 and 2. On the initial start, losing a little bit of ground as Roger Crockett able to refire his number 11 machine. He will drop to the tail end of the field as the cause of the caution. So 1 lap completed with 7 to go. Harley White leading the boys back to green. White takes back off of the race lead. Battle for second resumes. Sam Haverteep Jr. working to the inside of John Carney the second. Gives the position up as they work into turns 3 and 4. Carney back to third. Jennington running in fourth. With Tony Bruce Jr. running at your top 5. The 77X of Alex Hill and the 11 of Roger Crockett currently running at your field. As Harley White able to up and run away a little bit from Sam Haverteep. 1.105 seconds. Last time at the start finish line. Haverteep losing a couple of more tenths that time to 1.343 seconds. The Dustin's Dream Life of Hope Ministries Champion Brands number 17 showing the way. Haverteep in second, Carney in third, Jennington closing in that 4th spot. The 86 of Tony Bruce Jr. in 5th. Alex Hill and Roger Crockett continue to round out the field as they'll come around to complete lap number 5. Working down into the closing moments of this race. It'll be Harley White with 2 to go in 17. Sam Haverteep Jr. 1.9 seconds trailing the young lady out of Lindsay, Oklahoma. Keep your eye on the battle for third. The J2 of John Carney the second. About to have company with a 3 of Ayrton Jennington. Jennington closing in just a little bit, but he might be running out of time in this one as Tony Bruce Jr., the 77X of Alex Hill, and the 11 of Roger Crockett rounding out your field is Harley White. Crosses under the checkered flag to grab the win. Sam Haverteep Jr. crossing in second. John Carney the second does hold on to third. Ayrton Jennington in fourth. The Tony Bruce Jr. Roger Crockett gets the 6th position on the final lap with Alex Hill unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, she's the young lady out of Lindsay, Oklahoma, driving the Mach 1 chassis, Dustin's Dream, Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, Peak Energy Choice Builders, number 17W. Won't you give her a hand, Harley White? Harley White grabs the win. Sam Haverteep Jr. crossing in second. John Carney the second and third. Ayrton Jennington in.
And row 4 is Jake Newman in car number 3 in, and Maria Kofer in car number 97. Looking for the green flag. Here comes the Acer. Ace McCarthy at the stripe. Green flag flies. It's race time, heat race number 1. Brought to you by Autometer. And the youngster with the Boss chassis and Fontana power. This is the 15-year-old Hank Davis. He will lead lap number 1. But here comes T-Maz with the Toyota-powered Spike chassis car, slicing, dicing, back and forth, trying to take the advantage. It is still the youngster up against the 36-year-old veteran. Now give it to the 7X, but the yellow flag will fly as Tyler Thomas sprints and midgets as well. So it will be a nose-to-tail restart. Thomas Meserol setting the pace, going slowly down the back straightaway. Hank Davis, the 15-year-old driving sensation, riding in the second position. They're at the stripe. Green flag greets them on the front straightaway. Working lap number 3. This time, 2 laps are down, and here comes Holly Holland. She has really turned the wick up in her driving abilities, and she will take over position number 2 from Hank Davis. But it's T-Mez, Thomas Meserol out in front. Holly Holland riding in second. Racing in third is still Hank Davis in the 42. Good battle for 5th. Teammates, Ace McCarthy in the 28 and his teammate Jake Newman in the 3N. That time by the slightest of margins, Jake Newman will take over position number 4. Tyler Thomas trying to work his way back up. He's currently still banging wheels with Ace McCarthy. T-Mez stretching out the advantage now. This time by six laps are now completed. The white flag will fly, this time by Thomas Meserol in control as the white flag will fly. Final time around the Lake Ozark Speedway. Down the back straightaway for the final time. The Toyota-powered Spike chassis car number 7X will get the win. Holly Holland will come across in second. Hank Davis is third. Fourth goes to the 3 in Jake Newman, and Ace McCarthy in car number 28. He will finish in the 5th position. Ladies and gentlemen, driving the EnviroFab Spike chassis, Response Management Services, Toyota Power Spike, your winner of the Auto Meter Heat Race number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 35-year-old Tucker Klossmeyer in 27 and Jesse Love in car number 97K. Looking for Mike's green flag. Now they pick it up. Green flag flies. It's race time. Heat race number 2, brought to you by KSE Racing Products. Whoa, Michael Pickens really bottling up the action over in turn number 2. Great job of driving by all those drivers from second on back. But Zach Dobb, the 3-time champ out of Pocahontas, Illinois, he will lead at lap number 1. Michael Pickens riding in the second position. Up into third now comes Jesse Love in the 97K. Trey Marcham riding in fourth. And it's Tanner Carrick rounding out your top 5. Tucker Klossmeyer riding in sixth. It's still ZD, Zach Dom leading the way with the Toyota-powered bullet chassied car number 5D. Whoa, trouble, up in turn. Wild ride. I believe it was the 97K of Jesse Love. We'll have to wait and see. And it was Tanner Carrick in the 71K. I'm sorry. Tanner Carrick in car number 71K taking a wild ride over in turn number 2. And very quickly, the emergency crews here at Lake Ozark Speedway to the scene. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we will back it down and we will let the emergency crews do their job. As soon as we get the official word on Tanner, we will relay it to you.
ASCS teams, your qualifier lineups are changing. ASCS teams, your qualifier lineups are changing. You need to go check the board.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it like I can see it, climbing out the top of that race car. Tanner Carrick taking a wild one over in turn number 2. Tanner Carrick driving to Keith Coons, Kurt Agajadian Motorsports, Craftsman, CVC Concrete, C-Mix, Speedway Toyota powered Bullet by Spike, car number 97K. And he is walking to the ambulance under his own power. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause, not because he crashed, but because he is out and walking. Tanner Carrick out of Lincoln, California.
ASCS drivers, again, your qualifier lineups have been updated. Please go check the board.
The fence, he did get up into the fence over in turns 1 and 2. And they're checking for fence damage up there. We know the banner was ripped off.
Just sit in the RV now.
The banner that was up there was ripped off. But the good news is that Tanner Carrick climbing out of the disabled car number 71K, taking the mandatory time champion, Zach Dom. Competition director, Jason McCord, telling the drivers, nose to tail, follow the foot tracks, the tire tracks of the driver in front of you, and everything will go well. Looking for the green, and there it is. Working lap number 4, this time by. 3 laps are down, and Zach Dom continues to hug the bottom, but here comes Pickens. Michael Pickens out of Auckland, New Zealand, a many-time speed car champion in the land down under. They are just now getting ready to start their racing season. It's been winter down there, and they will be starting their season in a couple of weeks. Zach Dom continues to dominate it right now. Jesse Love holding on to that third position, but here comes the 27 now of Tucker Klossmeyer. He will go from 5th up to 4th now. Tucker Klossmeyer, he is your current Power I Lucas Oil National Driving Champion. He has 6 career victories. As the white flag will fly, we got 1 lap to go. And Zach Dom really stretching out the advantage now in car number 5D. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the final corner, the final time, there's your KSC Racing Products Heat Race winner, Zach Dom. Coming across his second, the 1NZ of Michael Pickens. Third, the 97K of Jesse Love. Fourth, the 27 of Tucker Klausmeyer. And fifth goes to Trey Marcham in car number 1, KS CJ Leary. CJ just a couple weeks ago was crowned the Sprint Week champion up in Indiana. First qualifier to staging, please. First qualifier for the ASCS sprint cars. We need you guys to staging. Once again, that front row, CJ Leary in the 21 KS, Chance Morton in the 7M. Row 2, Chad Winfrey in 321, Andrew Felker in the 44S. Row 3, Dason Pursley in 9, Cannon McIntosh in the 08, and in the fourth and final row, it's Jesse Colwell in the 71 and Luke Howard in car 00. Looking for the green flag as they idle through turn number 3. They get to the orange cone. Green flag flies, and here we go. The green flag flies for your final Advanced Racing Suspensions Heat Race number 3. And taking it to the front, out of Coweta, Oklahoma, the 7M of Chance Morton. He will come around. He will lead that number 1, but a great side-by-side battle between CJ Leary and Andrew Felker now. Cannon McIntosh in the 08. He is up to 4th. Actually, these are the first laps that Andrew Felker has taken in that car tonight. He had trouble in practice and did not get any practice at all. So right now is the first laps that he has turned here at Lake Ozark Speedway. Cade Morton stretching out, or make a Chance Morton stretching out the advantage right now. But here comes Jesse Colwell. Wow. Jesse Colwell started 7th, and Jesse is up to 4th now, and he might not be done. Another mover shaker. That is the 08 of Cannon McIntosh. Cannon started 6th. He's up to 2nd. Chad Winfrey into the pit area now in car number 321. He is done for this 3rd and final heat. But right now it is Chance Morton out in front. Cannon McIntosh riding in 2nd. Jesse Colwell in 3rd. CJ Leary is 4th. And it's Andrew Felker rounding out your top 5. 6 laps are down, working the white flag lap this time by. Here comes the 16-year-old Cannon McIntosh closing the gap on your race leader. Chance Morton as the white flag will fly. We got 1 lap to go. McIntosh, one last try through 3 and 4. It's going to be too little, too late. It's going to be the winner, Chance Morton, getting the win. Cannon McIntosh in the 08 will come across in 2nd. 3rd is Jesse Colwell in the 71. 4th, CJ Leary in the 21 KS. And 5th, Andrew Felker in the 44S.
Caution lights are dark. Your field rolls to the back straightaway. 35M of Jonathan Cornell, the 15H of Sam Haferteep Jr. on your front row. Looking for a clean start as they come around to the chalk. The drivers hit the gas and we're underway. Sam Haferteep Jr. rolling out to the race lead as they make their way to the back straightaway. Jonathan Cornell in 2nd, Harley White in 3rd. Battle for 4th behind them. The 2X of Tucker Downey gets the car crossed up a little bit. That opens the door for the 9X of Paul Nienheiser. He's going to step through now as he takes over the 4th position. The 2X of Tucker Downey back to 5th. The 23 of Seth Bergman running in 6th. Up front, though, it will be the 15H of Sam Haferteep Jr. leading the way. The 35M of Jonathan Cornell settling in that 2nd spot. The 17W of Harley White still running in 3rd. The 9X of Paul Nienheiser running in 4th. The 2X of Tucker Downey in 5th. The 23 of Seth Bergman in 6th. Kaylee Garst running in 7th. For Sutherland in 8th. 93 of Taylor Walton and the 11A of Austin O'Neill right now running at your running order as Haferteep starts to open up his advantage to over a half a straightaway right now. Advantage for the 15H right now with 5 laps completed. 1.829 seconds over the 35M of Jonathan Cornell. Top 5 drivers migrating to the high side of the speedway in turns at 3 and 4. Seth Bergman changing his lineup. He'll enter high, then dive low, diamonding both ends of the racetrack right now. Trying to do anything he can to make up some time and some position as your leader with the white flag flying. One more trip around. He will work into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in this one. The checkered flag will fly on Sam Haferteep Jr. in 15. Jonathan Cornell will cross at second in the 35M. Third will go to the 17W. Fourth will go to the 9X of Paul Nienheiser. Fifth to the 2X of Tucker Downey. Sixth to the 23 of Seth Bergman. The 78 of Kaylee Garth. The 85 of Forrest Sutherland. The 93 of Taylor Walton. And the 11A of Austin O'Neill. Unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, your current national tour points leader out of Sunnyvale, Texas, over the Hydro Foundation Service, Townline Variety Champion Brands, number 15H. Won't you give him a hand, Sam Haferteep Jr. Jonathan Cornell. Set to go to green as your field rolls to the back straightaway. Caution lights are down. Slowly into turn 3, this time out of turn number 4. They'll pick up the gas and we're underway. Your field racing through turns 1 and 2. One driver going to bike it up hard. That was a 37H of Matthew Howard. Gathers it back up, brings it back on all fours, but he's going to take himself to the back of the field as up front it will be the 95 of Matt Covington leading. The 21 of Miles Paulus running in second. The 52 of Blake Hahn sitting in third. Battle for fourth right now. The 33 of Austin Alaba bikes it up to the right side tires. That's going to allow the 24D of Danny Sams and the 14 of Jordan Mallett to both make their way by. Everybody racing into turns 3 and 4. It continues to be Covington right now. The battle for second beginning to brew. The 52 of Blake Hahn giving chase to the 21 of Miles Paulus. He's going to peek to his inside as they work into turn 3. He's going to take advantage in turn number 4. Miles Paulus turning back underneath him to the front straightaway. Good battle for the runner-up spot as it will be Hahn with the advantage through turns 1 and 2. Hahn holds on to second. Paulus drops to third. Danny Sams running in fourth. In fifth, it's going to be Jordan Mallett. In sixth, it'll be the 33 of Austin Alaba. Seventh is Ayrton Jennington. Then it will be Tim Crawley. Then it will be Ben Brown. Then Matthew Howard right now running at your running order as we go back up front to find the 95 of Matt Covington still in command. As he'll have less than 2 laps to go in the 95. Blake Hahn trying to chip away at his advantage right now. Running out of time to make anything happen as they'll come around to the wave of the white flag. One more trip around the speedway. Off to the back straightaway for the final time in this one. Your leader working through turns 3 and 4. Down to the drop of the checkered flag. It will be the 95 of Matt Covington. Blake Hahn in second. Paulus in third. Sams in fourth with Jordan Mallett in fifth. The 33 of Austin Alaba crossing in sixth. The 3 of Ayrton Jennington. The 1X of Tim Crawley. The 7B of Ben Brown. And the 37H of Matthew Howard unofficially rounding out your field. Set to go to green. Jay Russell, Nathan Mills on your front row. Kyle Bellum, Brandon Hanks, Garrett Williamson, Robbie Price, John Carney, Tony Bruce, Brian Grimes, and Lanny Carpenter as we're underway. Jay Russell going to slide up in the lead. Look out with the 14K of Kyle Bellum. He biked it up, got all over the place. The 21P of Robbie Price. He about used him as a ramp as we've got bigger problems. Set to go back to green. Minus the 84 of Brandon Hanks. He remains in the infield. Carney able to refire. Jay Russell had jumped down to the advantage. We'll see if he can do it again as we're back underway. to the back straightaway. This time the advantage will be to the 24 in. It'll be Nathan Mills leading, Jay Russell running in second. The 21P of Robbie Price sitting in third. The 14K of Kyle Bellum in fourth. He's got a challenge to the inside for the 24 of Garrett Williamson. Williamson trying to get the run to the inside of Bellum. So far not able to get it done as it continues to ride in fifth. Brian Grimes at sixth. Tony Bruce Jr., John Carney the second, and Laney Carpenter right now running out your running order. As we go back up front to check on your race leader, it is Nathan Mills. His advantage over Robbie Price, 1.309 seconds in this one. As your field will begin to spread out around the Lake Ozark Speedway. As Robbie Price has his hands all kinds of full, the nose wing damaged and laying over. It is starting to pick up the front of that machine as he rolls to the back straightaway. You see where the front end starts to go skyward. He also has damage on the top airfoil as well as the caution is out. As we get ready to go back to green with 5 laps completed. Robbie Price going to try for the race lead on the restart. Dives to the inside, but that nose wing going to hamper him as they work to the back straightaway. Starting to lift the front of that car even before he got into turns 1 and 2 as he dances down the front straightaway on the Millstone Heating and Sheet Metal number 21. Jay Russell still running in that third spot. Kyle Bellum running in fourth. Slips the car a little bit at the exit of turn number 2. Behind him, a good battle going on between Brian Grimes and Tony Bruce Jr. Grimes and Tony Bruce swapping the position up. That'll be the battle for the 6th spot. Grimes holds on to it, though, as they work to the back straightaway. Your leader, meanwhile, working around to the front straightaway to the drop of the checkered flag. He'll get the job done. Nathan Mills in 24 in. The 21P of Robbie Price crossing in second. The 76 of Jay Russell in third. The 14K of Kyle Bellum, with the 24 of Garrett Williamson unofficially rounding out your top 5. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you out of Bondurant, Iowa, drove the Brick Street Market. Other drivers in this B feature event, John Carney II, also with one of the provisionals, the 77X of Alex Hill, and the 28 of Scott Boguski. In your second B feature, the only driver eligible would be the 11 of Roger Crockett. Those points are awarded in order from highest to lowest. So Scott Boguski would actually have first choice at the provisional, followed by John Carney II, then Roger Crockett, then Jordan Mallett, then Alex Hill would actually have final choice. Each of those drivers looking to avoid having to use them tonight as we get ready to go to green. 3 drivers will race on out of your first Brown & Miller Racing Solutions B feature as we're underway. Your field through turns 1 and 2. They hit the back straightaway out front. It's going to be the 14 of Jordan Mallett leading on lap number 1. Matthew Howard running in second. Jennington running in third. John Carney II running in fourth. Problems down the front straightaway with the 7B of Ben Brown. Also for the 15 of Christian Bowman as he rolls slow on the outside of the racetrack. And the caught 3 of Taylor Walton. The 86T of Timothy Smith. The 47 of Tanner Carrick. The 22 of Dustin Barks. The 77X of Alex Hill. The 28 of Scott Boguski. And the 5 of Corey Bales as we get back to racing action. Carney going after Jennington for the final transfer spot. He will take it away as they work to the backside of the speedway. He will start to set his sights on the 37H of Matthew Howard. Jennington, meanwhile, trying to get back in a transfer spot here. He is all over the back bumper of the J2 as they work through turns 1 and 2. Now to the back straightaway. A car link separates those 2 drivers. They work into turns 3 and 4. Carney so far able to hold on in the South Plains Auto Transport number J2. Matthew Howard holds on to second. The front end of that car dancing all over the place as they work into turns 3 and 4. Your leader, meanwhile, coming around to complete lap number 4. It will be the 14 of Jordan Mallett out in clean air and starting to run away from the field right now. Howard running in second, Carney running in third, Jennington running in fourth, then it will be Tim Crawley running at your top 5. Jennington with the run to the inside of the J2. Does he have it? No. Carney will hold the position. Jennington has to get on the binders through turns 1 and 2, as that will allow Tim Crawley to pick up several car lengths. Down to the halfway point, and Jordan Mallett, he's gone in this one right now. Leading by a straightaway, he will find the back of the field, and Timothy Smith will be the first driver to go a lap down to the 14. Now he'll go to work on the 5 of Corey Bales. Able to clear the 5. Jordan Mallett by 4.771 seconds over the 37H of Matthew Howard. John Carney the second, trailing the 37 by 0.4 of a second. Last time at the start-finish line. This time, that will open up to 0.5 of a second. The 3 of Ayrton Jennington still there, but still 1 spot shy. The 1 of Tim Crawley continuing to run at your top 5. Scott Boguski has clawed his way up into the 6th spot. The 27 of Tucker Klossmeyer, the 47 of Tanner Carrick, the 77X of Alex Hill, the 22 of Dustin Barks. Rounds out your top 10 as Barks now going a lap down with 2 to go. Your leader working around this time to the wave of the white flag. One more trip around here in Brown & Miller Racing Solutions B feature number 1. Keep your eye on 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Carney with a run to the inside of the 37H of Matthew Howard. He's going to get the insurance as they work into turns 1 and 2. Howard coming back after him with Jennington right there as the checkered flag flies. Jordan Mallett grabs the win. John Carney the second going to cross at second for the final transfer spot at the line. It will be Ayrton Jennington. Ayrton Jennington steals it away from Matthew Howard with Tim Crawley unofficially running at your top 5. Scott Boguski ends up in 6th. Tucker Klossmeyer 7th. Tanner Carrick in 8th. Alex Hill and Dustin Barks unofficially running at your top 10. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, in dominating fashion out of Greenbrier, Arkansas, the Water for Christ Awakening Events, Dynotech powered, max at number 14. Won't you give him a hand, Jordan Mallett? Their way into the feature. Roger Crockett, if he's not able to make it, he does have an owner points provisional, should he need it. Off of turn number 4 to the green. Your field off into turns 1 and 2. The driver with the advantage to the back straightaway is going to be the 78 of Kaylee Garst. Second, Brian Grimes, battle for third right now. It will be the 85 of Forrest Sutherland with the 86 of Tony Bruce Jr. coming after him, as well as the 11 of Roger Crockett. Tony Bruce skips it off the bottom of the middle of turns 1 and 2, opens the door for the 11 of Crockett. He's going to make his way by. Tony Bruce Jr. losing a step now. The 11 of Crockett, 1 spot shy of a transfer, as he'll set his sights on the 85 of Forrest Sutherland. Sutherland smooth on the cushion to the back straightaway. Puts a couple of car lengths between him and the Route 66 Chevrolet of Tulsa number 11 machine. Up front, meanwhile, it's going to be the 78 of Kaylee Garst by just under a second over the 6 of Brian Grimes. The 85 of Forrest Sutherland, the 11 of Roger Crockett, the 86 of Tony Bruce Jr. Run is your top 5 right now, sitting in 6th. Is going to be the 75 of Tyler Blank. Then is the 84 of Brandon Hanks, the 11A of Austin O'Neill, the 4 of Evan Martin, and the 24C of Lanny Carpenter as the caution is out. The 3V of Tyler Oots, the caution over in turns 3 and 4. The car continues rolling down the front straightaway. Back after it off of turn number 4, we're green. Tyler Blank going to roll to the outside into the transfer spot. Takes it away from the 86 of Tony Bruce Jr. Tony Bruce, he has damage on the nose wing now. The Tiger towing number 86. All kinds of squirrely through turns 3 and 4. Brandon Hanks had to get on the binders to keep from running over the back of him. As they'll work through turns 1 and 2. Bruce that time a much smoother line, as the way his wing is broken is actually pushing the front end down. The last few drivers that have suffered problems with the nose wing, it has been in a position where it was actually pulling the front of the car up, but right now, so far, doesn't seem to be affecting the handling too bad for Tony Bruce Jr. as he's able to hold off the 84 of Brandon Hanks as we go back up front to find the 6 of Brian Grimes continuing to lead by 0.7 of a second over the 11 of Roger Crockett. 75 of Tyler Blank from the 11th starting spot, currently running in 3rd. The 86 of Tony Bruce Jr. a distant 4th now. The 84 of Brandon Hanks running in 5th. In 6th, it'll be the 11A of Austin O'Neill. Then it's Lanny Carpenter. Then it's going to be Nathan Ryan. He will round out your running order as we start to work near the closing laps of this event, coming around to complete lap number 10. It'll be 2 to go for Grimes in 6. White flag set to be displayed this time. Brian Grimes has opened it up to 1.112 seconds as he'll ride off into turns 1 and 2 to the back straightaway for the final time. This time into 3. He'll work out of turn number 4. The checkered flag will fly, and he'll race again here tonight. Brian Grimes wins. And Brandon Miller Racing Solutions beat feature number 2. Roger Crockett in 2nd. Tyler Blank in 3rd. Tony Bruce Jr. in 4th. Brandon Hanks in 5th. 6 will go to the 11A of Austin O'Neill, with the 24C of Laney Carpenter and the 18X of Nathan Ryan unofficially rounding out your field. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he's out of Slater, Missouri, driving the sure-built suspension, Slater Design, Brand Farms, Quality Traffic